Namaste. My name is Manisha Singh, Assistant Professor in Department of Food and Biotechnology under Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences in Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I am teaching you subject Fruits and Vegetable Processing Technology for class BSc FND 4th semester and BTech, MTech, FPT 4th semester. Basically, it is an integrated course. So, in previous session, uh, I teached you all about the fruit juice concentrates and powders. In today's session, we will discuss all about the soft drinks. Okay, so let's start with the topic. What is soft drinks? Okay, so soft drink is nothing but the refreshing and thirst quenching beverage enjoyed by the people of all the ages, cultures, and class. A soft drink, also known as pop, soda, coke, soda pop, fizzy drink, seltzer, mineral, lolly water, or carbonated beverages, is a beverages that typically contains carbonated water, a sweetener, and a flavorings. Okay. According to the American Heritage Dictionary, a non-alcoholic flavored carbonated beverage usually prepared and sold in the bottles and the cans. According to Wikipedia, a non-alcoholic beverage typically containing water and a flavoring agent, majorly carbonated and sweetened. Okay. And according to the software, the definition is given by the Oxford, a non-alcoholic drink called soft in contrast to hard having significant amount of alcohol. The first soft drinks enjoyed centuries ago were simply the effervescent waters from certain natural springs. Spread of soft drinks in Europe is by growing availability of sugar from the new plantation in the West Indies. A fashion arose for lemon juice sugared and flavored with water. In 17th century, French government created the Campagne des Lemonades, allowing these tradesmen to gain a monopoly. Eventually, these tradesmen set up shops and were popularly known as lemonades. Okay. Carbonation is discovered in 1790s. Jacob and Nicholas Paul developed the manufacture of their carbonated waters in London in 1799. Airthrites and Company of Dublin developed single and double strength soda water in 1886 in Atlanta, Georgia. Dr. John Scythe Pemberton formulated syrup, which went on sale at Jacob's Pharmacy for 5 cents a glass, originally promoted as an intellectual beverage and health drink known today as Coca-Cola. Early carbonated beverages were sold in bottles sealed with porcelain stoppers, which, when pushed in, release the carbon dioxide with a loud pop. Thus, in the 1890s era of gleaming marble soda foundations, the expression soda pop was born. Then, now categories of soft drinks. So, there are carbonated soft drinks which contains the carbon dioxide. For example, Pepsi, Coke, Fanta, etc. And the non-carbonated soft drinks are which does not contain carbon dioxide. Example is juices, nectars, squashes, etc. And types of soft drinks are ready to drink, for example, all colas and juices, dilute to taste, for example, syrups and squashes. Okay, in India, soft drinks are available by the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, etc. Coca-Cola in 1886, John Pemberton adopted French doctor Angelo Marinier idea of using coca leaves, started selling Pemberton's French wine coca in Jacob's Pharmacy as medical aid. In 1888, G. Candler bought company. 4 years later, Coca-Cola sold in every state. Memorabilia ideas begin. And in 1904, caffeine added to replace the cocaine for the safety. In 1982, Coca-Cola launched Diet Coke, first brand extension. Now, Pepsi in 1989, first made in North Carolina by the Caleb Bradham. That is sold it from his drug store, called its Brad's drink. Okay, marketed as a digestive drink, contained pectin. In 1901, renamed Pepsi Cola. Okay, 7-Up in 1929, originally used as a hangover cure for hospital and home use, titled bib label lithanted lemon lime soda. In 1930, 7-Up joined 600 lemon and lime drinks in the marketplace, and in 1986 taken over by the Pepsi Coca-Cola company. Happy Fizz is sold by the Parle. Aqua Blue is the natural mineral water by LR Beverages Private Limited. Aquavida by Secure Beverages Industries Private Limited. Banta is basically a flavored, lemon flavored soft drink. Bovento grape soda produced by Kalimark. Campa Cola, popular Indian soda, introduced in 1977. Cloud9 is the energy drink. Code Red is the energy drink. Duke's Lemonade and Duke's Mangola is basically a mango drink from Duke's, bought by the PepsiCo. Mangola is mango drink. Lemonade is lemon drink. Okay. Frams is local drink from Pune, or from Pune. And Fuzi is the sugarcane juice. Fruity is mango flavored drink from Parle Agro. Fruit Jump is mango drink from Om Food Products. Ganga Sagar, local drink of Haryana. Gupta's 8 flavored soft drinks introduced in 1947. Water, that is H2O, powered carbonated soda. Juicilia is powered soft drink concentrated, available in orange, mango, lemon, cola, masala, jaljeera, etc. Limca is lemon lime soda. LMN is lemon drink produced by the Parle Agro. Maaza is mango drink from Parle, bought by the Coca-Cola. Maaza, okay. Mahajan Beverages is carbonated kokum drink. Paneer soda is lemon soda in the states of Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. Thumbs Up from Parle Agro, then bought by Coca-Cola. Zinga is energy drink. So ingredients in traditional soft drinks required: water up to 98%, sweeteners 8 to 12% weight by volume, fruit juice usually up to 10%. Okay, carbon dioxide 0.3 to 0.6%, acidulants 0.05 to 0.3%, flavorings is 0.1 to 0.5%, colorings 0 to 70 ppm, and chemical preservatives, that is under the chemical or legal limits. Antioxidants is 100 ppm, and foaming agents is example saponins up to 200 mg per ml, and stabilizers are 0.1 to 0.2% per GMP. Nowadays, soft drinks may also contain added vitamins, minerals, proteins, fibers, and other functional compounds. Okay. Then ingredients in functional soft drinks, that is the fortification of soft drinks with vitamins, especially A, B, C, E, and minerals containing calcium, zinc, magnesium, and sodium. Okay. For nutritional claims in the label, the soft drinks must provide 15% of the recommended daily allowance per package or per 100 ml. Functional beverages contain an ever-increasing variety of unconventional ingredients. Okay, then production. Soft drink production is soft drinks are made by mixing dry ingredients and or fresh ingredients, for example, lemon, oranges, etc., with water. Production of soft drinks can be done at factories or at the home. Soft drinks can be made at home by mixing either a syrup or dry ingredients with the carbonated water. Carbonated water is made using a soda siphon or home carbonation system, or by dropping dry ice into the water. Syrups are commercially sold by the companies such as Soda Club. Dry ingredients are often sold in the pouches in the style of the popular US drink mix Kool-Aid. Drinks like ginger ale and root beer are often brewed using yeast to cause the carbonation. Okay, now the manufacturing process of the soft drinks. First step is clarification of the water. The quality of water is crucial to the success of a soft drink. Impurities such as suspended particles, organic matter, and bacteria may degrade taste and color, and they are generally removed through the traditional process of a series of coagulation, filtration, and chlorination. Coagulation involves mixing a gelatinous precipitate or flock. Flock is basically a ferric sulfate or aluminum sulfate into the water. The flock absorbs the suspended particles, making them larger and more easily trapped by the filters. Okay. So during the clarification process, alkalinity must be adjusted with the addition of lime to reach the desired pH level. Okay. So for filtering and sterilizing and dechlorination of the water. The clarified water is poured through a sand filter to remove the fine particles of the flock. The water passes through a layer of sand and coarser beds of gravel to capture the particles. Okay. So sterilization is necessary to destroy the bacteria and organic compounds that might spoil the water's taste or color. The water is pumped into a storage tank and is dosed with a small amount of free chlorine. The chlorinated water remains in the storage tank for about 2 hours until the reaction is complete. Next, an activated carbon filter dechlorinates the water and removes residual organic matter, much like the sand filter. A vacuum pump deaerates the water before it passes into a dosing station. Okay. Then mixing of the ingredients. The dissolved sugar and the flavor concentrates are pumped into the dosing station in a predetermined sequence according to their compatibility. The ingredients are conveyed into the batch tanks where they are carefully mixed. Too much agitation can cause unwanted aeration. The syrup may be sterilized while in the tanks using the ultraviolet radiation or the flash pasteurization, which improves quickly heating and cooling the mixture. Okay, so fruit-based syrups generally must be pasteurized. The water and syrup are carefully combined by the sophisticated machines called proportioners, which regulate the flow rates and ratios of the liquid, and the vessels are pressurized with carbon dioxide to prevent the aeration of the mixture. Next is carbonating the beverage. Carbonation is generally added to the finished product, though it may be mixed into the water at an earlier stage. Okay, so the temperature of the liquid must be carefully controlled since carbon dioxide solubility increases as the liquid temperature decreases. Many carbonators are equipped with their own cooling systems. The amount of carbon dioxide pressure used depends on the type of the soft drink. For instance, soft drinks require far less carbonation than mixer drinks, such as tonics, which are meant to be diluted with other liquids, and the beverage is slightly overpressured with carbon dioxide to facilitate the movement into storage tanks and ultimately to the filler machine. Okay. Then filling and packaging. The finished product is transferred into the PET or glass bottles or aluminum cans to extremely high flow rates. The containers are immediately sealed with a pressure resistant closures, either tin plate or steel crowns, and corrugated edges, twist offs, or pull tabs. Okay, because soft drinks are generally cooled during the manufacturing process, they must be brought to room temperature before labeling to prevent the condensation from ruining the labels, and this is usually achieved by spraying the containers with warm water and drying them. Labels are then affixed to bottles to provide information about the brand, ingredients, shelf life, and safe use of the product. Most labels are made up of paper, through some are made up of a plastic film. Okay, so cans are generally pre-printed with product information before the filling stage. Finally, the containers are packed into the cartons or trays, which are then shipped in larger pallets or crates to the distributors. So, first of all, we require a concentrate in which flavor, color, juices, preservatives, salts like electrolytes, buffers, and nutritionals, etc., will be taken, and sweeteners Sweetener may be a sucrose, high fructose syrup, and medium invert or blends, and the treated water. These are the three raw material for the manufacturing of carbonated beverages, and they are subjected to blend in a syrup blending test or proportioners, and then after there is a mixing processor or carbonator in which the carbon dioxide is incorporated. After that, after mixing, that mix is subjected to filler into the packaging material like bottles, cans, closures, etc. And then warmer the finished product, and then secondary packaging into the cases, shrink wrap, stretch, and then they are transported to the warehouses. Okay. So the quality control of the soft drink manufacturers adheres to the strict water quality standards for allowable dissolved solids, alkalinity, chlorides, sulfates, iron, and aluminium. Not only is it in the interest of public health, but clean water also facilitates the production process and maintains consistency in the flavor, color, and body of the soft drink. Okay, so microbiological and other testing occur regularly. The National Soft Drink Association and other agencies set standards for regulating the quality of sugar and other ingredients. If soft drinks are produced with low quality, sugar particles in the beverage will spoil it and creating a flock. To prevent such spoilage, sugar must be carefully handled in dry, sanitized environments, and it is crucial for soft drink manufacturers to inspect raw materials before they are mixed with other ingredients because preservatives may not kill all the bacteria. All tanks, pumps, and containers are thoroughly sterilized and continuously monitored. So, cans made up of alloy, aluminium alloy, or tin coated low carbon steel are lacquered internally to seal the metal and prevent corrosion from contact with the beverage. Soft drink manufacturers also recommend specific storage conditions to retailers to ensure that the beverages do not spoil. The shelf life of the soft drinks is generally at least the 1 year. Now we will discuss the defects in the. So first is sensory defects. One of the major causes of the consumer complaints to the soft drinks industry are sensory defects, mainly an unacceptable flavor which can originate from the incident. Okay. Number one is chemical or microbial contamination of beverage from environmental sources, for example, from the raw material, water, packaging material, processing contaminants, flavor modification, or by contaminating microflora. Or it may arise in the beverage itself as a result of degradation of some component, for example, aroma oxidation, non-enzymatic browning, enzymatic action, etc. Okay. And it may cause of improper flavor in is when the flavor is not satisfactory due to the incidental dosage error, evaporation, or reaction of characterizing flavor component with the beverage itself. Microbial spoilage is of three types: yeast, bacteria, and mold. Yeast spoilage, there is a wide range of yeast associated with the spoilage of the soft drinks. Three yeast genera that can cause often spoilage in soft drinks are Saccharomyces, Decara, and Zygosaccharomyces. Okay, how is yeast spoilage is recognized? It may produce large amount of carbon dioxide in the bottle and may be enough to distend packets, may even rupture the packs, aluminium barrels, and product may have an off-taste fruity or alcoholic. Spoiled products may have a sediment and may be at the top, at the bottom, or all the way throughout. Next is the mold spoilage, and many molds associated with spoilage of soft drinks. Spoilage in soft drinks commonly caused by the Aspergillus panicillium, Fusarium, Talaromyces, Neosartoria, and effects of mold spoilages, formation of mycelial mats and plugs on the surface and inside of the product, and production of pectic enzymes resulting in separation of the product and production of the mycotoxin. Next is the bacterial spoilage, and it is relatively small range of bacteria associated with this spoilage of soft drinks. And common bacteria that causes spoilage is acetic acid bacteria, lactic acid bacteria, spore forming bacteria, etc. And effects of bacterial spoilage is it In some cases, the product may show haze or cloudiness, and in some other cases, there may be no visual signs of visual bacterial spoilage. In these cases, we can look for other signs. The soft drink may have a distinctive off taste or odor. In some cases, gas may be produced. Look for bubbling or packed distension. Okay. Then prevention of contaminations. Some pathogenic bacteria, viruses, and parasites are able to remain ineffective in fresh produce, like in berries and fruits, and juices made from them, and can cause illness after the consumption. In fruit juice production, compliance with good manufacturing practices and the application of HACCP system and proper processing are important for reducing the risk of contamination by pathogenic microbes. Prevention is particularly important for controlling foodborne viruses, and adequate selection and storage of raw material is critical. The practice of washing raw fruits and vegetables with sanitizers often has limited efficacy against the harmful microbes. So, ways to control microbial growth and activity in the product by adding the chemical preservative or by physical means like heat, filtration, and aseptic packaging. So, the choice of the preservation method depends on the acidity, carbonation level, and ingredients of the beverage, and to some extent also on the marketing needs. Okay, sorbic acid and sorbates are commonly used in the soft drinks, and commonly used form is potassium sorbate. Benzoic and benzoates. So benzoic acid is generally considered to exhibit an inhibitory effect on the microbial growth, and it exhibits preservative action, and hence its uses is only effective at low pH values, ideally below pH 3. Then sulfur dioxide, it is the one of the most versatile agent used in the food preservation and is well known for its microbicidal effects on bacteria, molds, and yeast. And the microbicidal effect increases as the pH falls below 4.0, and because of this, sulfur dioxide is ideally suited for most of the soft drinks formulation. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching this video.